Hello everyone. We will continue with chapter number 4, e-commerce and e-governance. Today's session we are going to study e-commerce technology and e-governance. Previous session studies about e-commerce trade cycle and form of e-commerce. Today's session we are covers following topic. First, EDI. Second, e-governance. Third, advantages of e-governance. And fourth, types of e-governance. First, EDI. EDI stands for Electronics Data Interchange. EDI is the electronics exchange of business information using a standardized format, a process which allows one company to send information to another company electronically rather than paper. EDI used to transmit documents electronically such as purchase order, invoice, shipping request and acknowledgement. It means EDI is paperless technology. One company can send information related to purchase invoice its to another company electronically, means digitally. No need of paper-based technology. All documents are shared and approved digitally. Document exchange between two business entities are in standardized format. Documents are same for all business entities. Next, benefits of EDI. First, decrease inventory cost. EDI provide cost saving by reducing paper and eliminating paper processing. Second, improve data speed and accuracy. EDI provides better accuracy. Document can be transferred more quickly and processing error can be decreased. Third, customer satisfaction. Efficient processing will lead to improved customer service and improve communication with customer. Fourth, enhance business partnership. Means we need to able to manage vendors and partners relationship, and EDI helps you to maintain better relationship by providing better lead time, processing accuracy and saving cost. Fifth, improve supply chain and operational efficiency. EDI helps to improve supply chain efficiency by transfer document quickly. 6. Better decision making. EDI helps in better decision making. 7. Improve visibility. EDI provide visibility into ordering and delivery process. Next, e-governance. It signifies the implement of information technology in the government process and function so as to cause simple, moral, accountable and transparent governance. Basic purpose of e-governance is to simplify the process for all, that is government and citizen and business its. E-governance delivers smart government. Means when government services are made available to citizens in convenient, efficient and transparent manner through digital media. For example, under Digital India initiative, Indian government launched various programs such as National Portal of India, which enables single window access for information and services provided by various government entities. Another example is BHIM app. BHIM is reliable, fast, secure, cashless payment through mobile phone. E-governance transaction made by government with citizens in electronic way to increase its ability. Government simplify process for all government, citizen, business at national level, state level, and local level. For examples, Aadhaar card, PAN card, and any digital document. Another example is Arogya Setu app. Arogya Setu is designed to keep track of other app users that a person came in contact with. It then alerts app user if any of the contact tests positive for COVID-19. Next, advantages of e-governance. First, reduce corruption. E-governance is transparent in administration, so less chance of corruption. Transparency, everything is digitalized, so government knows everything. Aadhaar card number, PAN card number, it's. Second, high transparency. Business and citizen can gain information at faster speed. Third, increase convenience and accessibility. More efficient than paper-based system. Fourth, direct participation of voters, citizens. Direct participation with government means we are linked with government through PAN card and Aadhaar card. Fifth, reduction in cost. It's help in saving money and time. Sixth, expanded reach of government. More efficient government management. Government is linked with every citizen through PAN card and Aadhaar card. For example, to open bank account, we also require Aadhaar card and PAN card. Means digital way government is connected with citizens. Next, types of e-governance. There are 4 types of e-governance. First, government to citizen. Second, government to business. Third, government to government. Fourth, government to employee. First, government to citizens. Government to citizens refers to the government services that are accessed by the familiar people. G2C helps the ordinary people to reduce the time and cost to conduct the transaction. Citizen can have access to the services anytime from anywhere. Means when government set information for citizen can access that digital information from anywhere and anytime, as the information is digital. So it saves time as well as money. Second, government to business. The government to business is the exchange of services between government and business organization. G2B plays crucial role in business development. G2B provides timely business information, enhance the efficiency and quality of communication, and transparency of government projects. Means G2B is the exchange of services between government and business organization, transaction between government and business entities, and these transactions are in electronic way, that is digital. For example, tax policies sent by government to business entities in online way, then it is transparent in whole country. Because of transparency, business environment also become healthy. Third, government to government. The G2G refers to the interaction between different government departments, organizations, and agencies. This increases the efficiency of government process. It provides the safe and secure interrelationship between domestic and foreign government. G2G construct universal database for all member states to enhance service. Means when data is shared between two government entities, that data is secret. G2G services can be at the local level or the international level. It can communicate with global government and local government. Means it provides safe and secure interrelationship between domestic and foreign governments. Next, fourth, government to employee. The government to employee is the internal part of G2G sector. G2E aims to bring employees together and improves acknowledge sharing. G2E provides online facility to employees like applying for leave, salary payment record, and checking the balance of holiday. G2E provides human resource training and development. G2E is also the relationship between employees, government institutions, and their management. Means G2E transaction between government to employee. For example, government paying online salary to employees. E-governance relationship with employee allow one new learning technology in one simple place as the computer. Document can now be stored and shared with other colleagues online. These are the four types of e-governance. So, end of today's session. Thank you.